And on the issue of credit, it's a separate question. The president is going to probably have to come forward and ask for potentially hundreds of billions of dollars more for the banks. Is that something you can support?
We're calling these Wall Street guys idiots for their bonuses. I think maybe the real question about intelligence comes from the politicians who are giving these guys money. A lot has to sort out in the market here. We're rewarding failure by bailing out the worst of the banks instead of rewarding success. The first round of TARP did not support lending, which was its whole point. We've got to loosen up the credit markets. I'm not convinced the guys from Wall Street who are running Treasury know how to do it. They know how wealth is traded, but they don't know how it's created on Main Street. So obviously we need to loosen up credit, but what we've been doing hasn't been working. And if government spending, Barney, got our economy going, we would have the best economy in the world. We have never seen
We're never going to do that. Can I just say, too, we're talking, I agree that under the Bush administration, you introduced parties.
Bush is gone.
Excuse me, Jim. You talked about Democrats and Republicans. He's gone, and it is a mistake to assume that the Obama administration hasn't learned from the mistakes of the Bush administration. I believe they're going to do it very differently. I agree that Secretary Paulson, whom I generally admired, made a mistake in not pushing them to do more lending. I think you're going to see the Obama administration having going from that push for much more lending. There will be some real rules in there.
You could just publish what people are doing, and we could figure out where the money's going. All you have to do is put these things on websites.
They are going to be.
One of the ways, in fact, one of the issues with TARP was it wasn't generally known where the money went. If we simply, as part of your work, got every single dollar and where it went, we could prove whether your argument's right or your argument's right. We could actually track that stuff.
Can I just say, first of all, Eric, I would say putting on a website you're not entirely disinterested, but that's okay. Fred might want us to mail them to everybody, deliver them in a package. But the point is we're going to do that. In fact, the new Inspector General, who was we've set up a special Inspector General, confirmation was delayed in the Senate, Mr. Borowski, is now about to demand of every recipient of TARP, past and future, that they do exactly what you say and that we will publish it on our website. So there was, I agree, it was not, it was better to have had it than not.
But you could change the way we do it. You could change the way.
May I not agree with you?
Yes.
We're doing it.
Chairman, the fact of the matter is that if the government simply told everybody what you all were doing, and then people could track it and figure out whether it's actually working, we could get through these classic fights that you know about.
No, I differ with you on that. But please, let's not obviate democracy. There are legitimate different philosophical differences between Jim DeMint and myself. Please don't treat them as some sideshow.